Hey guys, who's in here so far? Wait a little bit before I really say anything because there's not a lot of people in here. Okay, waiting for a few more people to join. Hey, Miss Newsom. Okay, so there's 5 people in here. Okay, hi, Mary Ellis. If you guys could just let me know who you are so I can give you those points. Again, if you see at the top, anyone that's in this live will get extra credit points towards their 3rd marking period grades, which are due this Friday. So you telling me you're in here benefits your grade because I really can't tell if you're in here or not. There's no way for me to see who's in here other than the numbers of people that are watching. I can't see who is watching. So you have to let me know. Hey, Michaela. Who is that who just said, hey, Miss? JBK, JP. You're always in here? Who is that, though? Oh, hey, Moms. You changed your name. Okay. Okay, so I have Ponce, Michaela, Mary Ellis, Miss Newsom. Elijah told me he was going to come too. Maybe send him another text to remind him. Thank you. How many of you were able to look over the sources that I posted this morning? I only put them up this morning, but you knew what sources were coming. You had the whole week to kind of just look over the next sources in your packet. Was anyone able to look over them? Thank you, Ponce. Michaela, were you, or Mary Ellis, were you able to look over the sources? Hey, Majida. Okay, so I see more people coming in. I just want to let you know we haven't started yet, but please let me know you're in here so that I can give you extra credit points when I grade this week. Thank you, Mary Ellis. Hey. Just a second, my dogs are fighting over their food. Dex, that's Napoleon's. Where's your food? Here, nuts. Nuts, here. Hey, sorry about that. Okay, so source 6 and 7. So this week we have source 6, we have source 7, and then on Thursday, I'm going to be going over source 8, and then we'll have all the sources, and we'll be writing our tease paragraphs. Hey, D'Amico. So our tease paragraphs, you'll have to have, like always, not tease, sorry, CER. I'm like going crazy here on this quarantine. Okay, so your CER, after going through all these sources, you're going to have 3 sources, like always, 3 pieces of evidence to prove your claim. So you're either going to prove that Japanese Americans needed to be put in exclusion and internment camps, or they didn't need to be put in internment camps using evidence from the documents. So last week, the last document we looked at was document 5, and document 5 was the first one who said, no, they don't need to be put in internment camps. So it was a different claim. So, hey, Ivana, so make sure that you are trying to figure out which thing you want to prove, because next week, that's going to be the goal, is to write a CER paragraph, which will go into your, it'll be your first 4th marking period grade. And honestly, I'm probably going to do something similar to what Miss Ladd did. And I know my Kayla's in here. She got congratulated for the best CER in Miss Ladd's class. So probably going to do something similar. So who turns in their CER on time next week with the best claim, the best evidence, the best transitions, the overall best paragraph will get some kind of prize from me, and obviously a shout out. So again, that's where we're headed. So today, source 6, source 7, Thursday, source 8. Next week, by Friday, a CER paragraph with 3 pieces of evidence. Who is Emery Collins? So that I know that I'm giving you credit for being in here. Emery Collins, who are you so I can give you credit? Is Emery Collins Elijah? You were James the last time you were in here. Okay, so source 6. Who got a chance to read it? Who can tell me what we think the claim is? So, question. Source 6. What is their stance on Japanese internment? That's the question I'm posing in the comments right now. So again, the more interactive you are with me, not just your peers in this, the better it will be for you with extra credit points and your grades this week. So what is their stance on Japanese internment in source 6? Someone that was able to read it. Ponce said that you said you were able to read it. So what did that source say? Did it say that we agree or we did not agree? Because it was a short source. Everyone should have had a chance to at least skim over the stance on Japanese internment. So Ms. Newsom, we're looking at source 6. What is their stance, their claim on internment camps? Yes, Mary Ellis. They shouldn't be in internment camps. Yes. I agree with you. Anyone else get that same answer of source 6 pretty plain and simply says no internment camps. They shouldn't. Yes. Okay, so it's a really, really short source. So basically, it's only one sentence. Sure, go ahead and post the evidence that you believe the best evidence out of that short sentence that they give us as to what really proves it. Okay, so what is the evidence? So I'm adding it to this, and I've been sending this chart to everyone that has me in Remind. You said it, but you didn't tell me the evidence. Okay, so D'Amico, give me the evidence. Whoever gives it to me gets the credit. So, hey, Elijah. Okay, so source 6. No, again, there should not be Japanese internment camps. And then what is the evidence? What's the evidence that proves it? While you're typing that up, I'm going to go handle my dogs again. I'm sorry. I'm just going to put them in their cages. Cages. Come on. Cage. They were fighting over food. And then I put Napoleon in his cage to eat his food. And then Napoleon was doing not good things. Put both of them in there.
Japanese doing bad things to the kids? Or
To Dexter. Okay, American citizens, the department has not deemed of the advisable to remove all persons. Yes, exactly. Great evidence. Both of those, exactly. What Mariella said, what Majida said. I'm sure you can see it in the live comments. And again, I'll be adding this to my chart and I'll be sending it out to everyone that has Remind. I'm not sure if I can post photos to Canvas. If I can, then I'll add it to Canvas as well. I know I can't post photos in the comments on YouTube, but I'll try to see if I can put that on Canvas because I know everyone didn't add me on Remind for some reason. Okay, so the department has not deemed it advisable to remove all persons of the Japanese race into the interior of the country. Not remove Japanese from interior of country. Okay, so the second part of this question on my Canvas post is to tell me who the source is. So again, if you tell me, good job, D'Amico. If you tell me who the source is, I can also give you credit for that because again, you're helping people have the correct answers, and this again will be linked for people to go and watch later if they want to find the evidence in the video, in the comments, or through my picture. So who is this source? We're looking at some sourcing here. Who is saying this? Where is it coming from? Oh, hey, Tristan. Okay, you'll get credit. Don't worry, D'Amico. Okay. Source 6, lines 6 and 7. There aren't that many lines in the source. In source 6, we only have 3 lines because the first line is the source and the last 2 lines are where it came from. So it's coming from General Francis Biddle. Yes, exactly. So it's a letter and it's Francis Biddle. So we've already had Francis Biddle be a source. So he was our source 5 and he's our source 6. So we're hearing from him and his opinion twice in different contexts. So yeah, we're on 6. You're not stupid. Okay, so we have him as our only person so far really saying that we should not have Japanese internment. So at this point, would it be a strong case to only have one person saying, it's all on Canvas too, Michaela. The packet, because it's all on Canvas. No, exactly, it wouldn't be. So we wouldn't want to just have just this one person. So if we're writing a paragraph and he's the only source for the next, for source 6 or 7 and 8, and say 7 and 8 also say, no, we shouldn't have internment camps. If he's the only person saying that we shouldn't have internment camps, then it's not credible. We don't want just one person telling us something. We need multiple people to be able to really have a strong paragraph. So we did have multiple people saying that we should have internment camps. And again, this is not me reflecting my opinion of what it should have been. I'm just saying personally, at this point, if you were to write your CER paragraph, you have 4 different sources saying that we should have internment camps. So that would be at this point a stronger CER because you have different sources saying it. Exactly. He's saying the exact same thing, just different ways. And he's the same person. So since he's the same person saying it, it's not as reliable. You don't want to just have one person saying the same thing. You need to hear it from more than one person in order for it to be credible. You don't want just one person's opinion. So if we were to look at source 7 now, we're kind of moving into that source. What does source 7 say? It's longer. I'm not sure if people have gotten a chance to look at it. So go take, if you don't have your Canvas up, if you have the ability to look at Canvas or look at your paper packet in front of you, look at source 7 for me and tell me what you think it's saying. Do you think that they're agreeing with Japanese internment camps or not? So now we've moved on. We're on source 7 now. So source 7, what does it say about Japanese internment camps? Agree or disagree? Oh, okay. So Ponce, you put evidence for source 7 last time. Okay. So if you guys could just put agree or disagree in the comments so I can give you credit for that. Does source 7 agree or disagree with internment camps? They disagree with internment camps. Ponce, Michaela, they were talking about how Japanese observed with the areas. I don't know. Okay, so Michaela, can you tell me agree or disagree? Just simply say agree or disagree. If you think that source 7 agrees or disagrees with internment camps. Disagree. We've got 2 disagree. We've got lots more people in this live. I'd really like to hear from all of you so that, like I said, I can give you more extra credit points. Okay, another disagree. Ivana, disagree. Thank you. Majida, what do you have to say? And is Anna in here today? Tamiko, what do you say? Yeah, Tristan, source 7. Are you calling me girl, Elijah? Really? I have not touched your grades since we left, by the way. I haven't put any of the recent things into my school tool, just so you are aware. Okay, Majida, disagree. So I've gotten enough feedback from you. Pretty clear. Everyone believes that it's a disagree. So if it's a disagree, then Tristan, agree? You don't think that. Okay, so we got another no here for our claim when we're filling in our chart. We're filling in our chart, hopefully, so that you can easily access this stuff when you're writing your CER paragraph next week. So everyone has access to this chart. You have a notebook. If you don't have the paper copy that wasn't delivered to you, then hopefully you can just recreate this chart and have it handy for you. Okay. Yeah, I haven't put those into, Elijah, I have not put any of those grades that I graded on Canvas into School Tool though. Like, yes, I've graded things on Canvas, but I haven't transferred those grades. Okay, so no. And then why are we saying no? Ponce has already given us a piece of evidence. It is believed by many that the mass evacuation will be a cure-all and will eliminate the danger of physically committing sabotage. Okay. Do you think that evidence proves that you think that's the strongest piece of evidence to prove that they don't agree with internment camps? Or are they stating someone else's opinion before they go into why it's wrong? Okay, So source 7, we're looking at it all together. First off, it's coming from the FBI director. So we want to write FBI director. John Hoover. And we said no, that he does not support internment camps. So the evidence that Ponce just gave seems like it does support. So I believe it is believed by many that the mass evacuation will be a cure-all. That's in paragraph 2. It would, of course, eliminate the possibility of Japanese physically committing sabotage. However, there's a however in there. It says, experience has taught me that the Japanese often rely on Occidentals to obtain physically their information. If only the Japanese aliens are excluded or restricted from areas, the problem of enforcement becomes extremely difficult. The necessity for challenging every Japanese observed within these areas is obvious. Then there must be follow close interrogation to establish citizenship. There also remains the fact that the large portion of the aliens have immediate or close relatives who are citizens and who would have access to restricted areas. It is recognized that the second generation Japanese are, as a whole, more inclined to be loyal to this country than to their alien elders. Okay, so you guys are giving me evidence from paragraph 2. Paragraph 2 is just talking about how your birthday's not today, though. It was last week. But happy birthday, Elijah. What'd you do on your birthday? Did you get like your favorite meal? Couldn't really, hopefully you still socially distanced. If you didn't, don't tell me. Okay, so again, I'd like you guys to look further than paragraph 2 and to go into paragraph 3, because in paragraph 3, okay, can you just send him my Remind link and I can talk to him whenever, or if he has a personal phone number, if you just send me that through Remind, I can, Corona stole your birthday. Okay, so if he has a personal number, just text me it through Remind and I'll get a hold of him. So we're looking in paragraph 3. I want you to look down 5 lines in paragraph 3. The last paragraph is really giving us the evidence. So we're getting a little sidetracked here in the comments. I want to make sure that we're not wasting anyone's time here and that we are getting the answers, because that's why I'm here, to support you with these documents, because they're hard. They're very wordy, they're long, and I want to make sure you get your credit on Canvas and you understand the documents. So next week you can really write your essays. Okay, so Michaela, again, you're writing something similar to what other people have said, and it's good, like that's good, but not what we're really looking for. We want to look for that best piece of evidence that's going to prove, because that still really doesn't prove that they shouldn't be excluded. So what evidence in paragraph 3 proves that they should not go in internment camps? There also remains the fact that a large portion of aliens have immediate or close relatives who are citizens or would have access to the restricted areas. That's what Michaela just said. It is recognized that the second generation of Japanese are, as a whole, more inclined to be loyal to this country than their alien elders. In retrospective of this, aliens and citizens being in the same families would tend to nullify effectiveness of the exclusion of aliens and non-citizens in restricted areas. The advisability of excluding aliens and not citizens is highly controversial. So this right here. Oh, it won't let me put it all in there. Okay, I'll do it in 2 separate things. Okay, so last paragraph, so this is all in paragraph 3. You would pick one of those quotes. So it is recognized that the second generation Japanese are, as a whole, more inclined. So they're second generation, then they're citizens, because you're a citizen if you're born here. So remember, the 14th Amendment says if you are born in the U.S., you are a citizen. I'm sorry, when did you say that, Mary Alice? Because I was getting lost in other comments. So if you wrote any of these, then awesome. I'll go back and give you credit for that. I just didn't see it. So since these second generation Japanese, they're more inclined to be loyal to this country. So Japanese Americans that were born here are more inclined to be loyal to the United States of America, not to Japan. Just like we talked about last week, we said, I mean, if you're born in the United States but your family was born in Syria or let me think, Ukraine or anywhere else, you wouldn't necessarily be more loyal to that country because you might not even know the language as well as you know English because you've been here the whole time. What was 7's source? Source 7 is a no. They do not support internment camps. And we just posted the evidence in the comments for the live chat as to why they don't support it. Basically, they're second generation Japanese Americans and they're loyal to the United States of America is what the FBI is saying. So since the FBI is stating that they're more loyal than their parents, even if their parents were to be loyal to Japan, they wouldn't want to separate themselves from their parents. So it'd be very risky to separate people that are loyal to the United States from their parents who might not be loyal to the United States because they weren't born here. But if their children are loyal, then most likely they're also going to be loyal. Does that make sense to everyone? Like, it might not be. So, first generation immigrants, sorry, I'll put Japanese immigrants may not be as loyal to the USA as second generation. But since most second generation Japanese immigrants are loyal, we should not separate them from their parents. Okay, so again, we had source 6 and source 7 today, both of them not supporting Japanese internment camps, saying that they were not necessary. So new claim, then sources 1 through 4. So far, source 5, 6, and 7 are not supporting the internment camps. Source 5 and source 6 were the same person. Source 7 is an FBI agent. So we have some different people having the same opinion that they should not be separated. So we only have source 8 left. What do you mean, what's source 7? Source 7 is they do not support Japanese internment camps. And it was a source by FBI Director John Hoover. So John Hoover from the FBI states that internment camps are not necessary. Okay, so I will be adding a quote to this chart as well, and I'll be sending it out to all of you that have me on Remind so that you have that chart. And if you have any friends that are having trouble, you can always just save that picture that I send you on Remind and give it to them. There's no like, oh, you can't have it because you weren't part of the live or you're not added on Remind. Like, we're just all trying to help each other out in this uncertain time of the coronavirus. So if you have any friends that are just having trouble with the teacher technology portion, just help them out as much as you can. And everyone that was in here today will be getting their extra credit. And yeah, your grade should be pretty decent if you've been coming into the live streams and finishing your Canvas assignments. You really should have nothing to worry about for your third marking period grades. So again, your first fourth marking period grade will be the CER paragraph. I'll be going live next week, and then I'll be helping you. I'm not sure when we're coming back. I know that the governor said that we are still in a pause until the 30th of April. Stop talking about your mom. So we'll be at least doing this until the 30th of April, and hopefully we'll be back in May. But we don't know because the cases keep going up. They haven't flattened the curve yet. But again, CER next week. What's a PAS? I don't know what that means. I did, in the beginning of this live chat, I gave you the definitions to the words I wanted you to define in the Canvas assignment, the definitions for controversial and hysteria are given to you at the beginning of this live stream, live chat comments. 29th, yeah, 29th, 30th, same thing. But hopefully we do come back. Nothing's canceled yet because we really have no idea. They've just been telling us 2 weeks in increments. I don't know. Hopefully we come back though. I mean, I know that some people are utilizing the technology, but it's definitely not as valuable as direct instruction in a classroom. So yeah, I hope we do come back. You moved? You did end up moving, but you're still getting your work from us right now? You moved into that new house, Mary Ellis? That's awesome. But at the same time, we'll miss you. She does go live. Miss Green goes live on Facebook. Miss Newsom, are you still in here to tell people when Miss Green goes live on Facebook? I didn't say they canceled your graduation. I never said that. Ponce, have you been going and doing Miss Green's lives? Can you let him know the dates and times that she goes live? I have not written that down anywhere. Because she just does it on Facebook instead so that you guys can send her pictures, because you can do pictures in Facebook lives. Miss Ladd also goes live if you have her. I'm not sure if Miss Haymore has started going live yet. Yeah, she does it on Facebook. She has you just got to find, it's not her personal Facebook. She made a school Facebook. I thought she added that stuff onto her Canvas. Mary Ellis, have you gone into any of her lives? Because you have algebra, right? I feel like Majida has, maybe. Yeah, I mean, she's doing it on Facebook instead of YouTube because you can send pictures. Yeah, Majida, you've been going and doing her lives, right? Do you know the times for Miss Green's lives? She does both. I don't know. I'm pretty sure she definitely is trying to help with algebra, because even though you guys are exempt from that Regents, you still might want to take it in August, so she's still preparing you for it. Okay, so right after this, Monday and Wednesday at 1 o'clock. So you're gonna want to add her on Facebook. I can actually, you know what, I'll do that right now. I'll find the Facebook that she has and add the link in here so you guys can. Here it is. Okay, so this is her Facebook. So if you guys go into that Facebook at 1 o'clock today, she should be doing math with you. I know that other teachers as well have said that they would do like Zoom meetings with people one-on-one if you needed more help. So if you feel like you're not getting the help you need in algebra, maybe she can do a Zoom conference with you. I know that I'm willing to do that with students next week when we're doing the CER, because I don't know how helpful I'm going to be live. We might have to do a Zoom together, or go into Canvas. We'll start here and then I'll give you a link to Canvas and we'll do a Canvas conference so I can hear you instead of just having you type things. You're going to go live on Source 8, D'Amico? I have a social studies meeting after this, so I can't watch your live. I'll watch it later, but I have you, so I can just go to my subscribers and go watch if you're going to go live on Source 8. Okay, so everyone, yeah, one-on-one. If you need help, Ms. Newsom and Ms. Smith are doing one-on-one conferences on their support page. So add their support page, or if you want their support page, just comment and they can add you to their class. Yeah, Monday and Wednesday. So I gave you the link to her Facebook. If anyone needs that, make sure you're clicking on that, adding her. It's Janae Green. Janae.green.56 is her Facebook that you need to add, not her personal one. It's one she's got like a graduation cap on. That's the one that you add so that you can get that math assistance. And again, she's doing it on Facebook because you can send images. But next week will be the CER. I'll be seeing you guys again on Thursday. Thursday, I will go over Source 8. If you didn't get what you need from D'Amico's live on Source 8, I will be helping you on Source 8 as well. Thursday at noon, if you're in my crew, tomorrow at noon, we have crew. Please review the crew sources on the crew page. Again, CER due next week. My grades are due this week. So make sure you're getting into the live on Thursday as well so that I can update your grades and give you all the credit that you deserve. If you have any other questions, just text me on Remind. Are we good? Feel comfortable with Source 6 and 7? Thumbs up if we do. An automatic 100 if you do a live stream. I'll think about it for quarter 4. Thanks, Elijah. Okay, I'm going to sign off because people, okay, there we go. Michaela, Mary Ellis, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to sign off. Hopefully you can look in the comments and find anything that you need. Thank you, Ivana. Again, be live on Thursday. I'm going to send this chart to everyone that has me on Remind, so you have all the updated sources. And yeah, so you should be ready. You might even know right now what side you're going to take for your claim in your CER paragraph. If you want to start drafting now, I can always help you if you want to send that through 365 or just send it through email. I'm here for you. So thanks, guys.